You're now watching two old farts making noises.
And there she is, hiding behind a tree, everybody. Perfect. Here, let's just do this for fun. There you go, Noosh.
See, I'm having a situation here.
I see that.
They're overgrowing,
Oh my God.
overtaking.
There you go.
I did not think that through.
Well,
My money tree is thrice as big as when I bought him. This beautiful, I'm not quite sure what it is probably, I think maybe twice the sphere amount of what it was.
wow.
I don't even think I can get him outside the door anymore.
Wow.
This is Wolfie, by the way.
Wow. Very nice. That sounds like my ego. I can't get it outside the door. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and now you have God right behind you.
I know. I know.
Now you are God.
That's true. And the little one that I'm pointing to is on holiday for the next 2 weeks. So next week we'll see if we'll get one of the girls from Social Intercourse to come on the show with you.
That would be lovely. I haven't
You
seen
can
the
have
girls
Vicky.
in a while.
Yes, you can have a little girl chat, all the girls. It'll be just great.
Wouldn't you like that?
Oh, I love it. Anyway, and this next week, hopefully, or in 2 weeks, you'll have your merch. All your merch will be up on, and we'll be able to show all your fans the merch, and they'll be able to buy merch.
My merch with many different things.
Yes.
I know right now we only have a mug with
a
my
mouth
lips on it.
There you go. So we will get you merch.
We will be merching and marching in with all of that into the new year. It is exciting.
Yes.
So that everybody can smile and swoon in my beautiful animals when they have a nice little cup of joe.
There you go. And the nice thing with the merch is that people will be able to enjoy the merch and think of you, and it supports our hosts because our hosts get a percentage of the merch. So there you go. Look at us. We're just trying to help. We love everybody. In fact, Michael today went through his merch store on Lost Dollar Business Club, and he's getting a coffee mug. I think it'll get there next week if David orders it before he goes on holiday.
Wait a second. He has merch? What does he have?
You gotta go to the merch. The merch store link is below, everybody. You can check out all the merch on all the different shows. Yeah, you should probably check out what goes on.
He has more merch than me?
Everybody has more merch than you. There's a dead guy down the street. He's got more merch than you. So.
Well, that's definitely something new.
Yeah, and then listen, we're a big company. We can't just sit here and look pretty all day. I mean, I do. That's my job. But I mean, we have to actually make money. So we have merch and other things going on. And
All right. I'll take a look after I'm done with you.
Oh, thank you.
David?
Huh?
Yeah, David. Yes, David is no longer with us just for today. He will be
back
next
week. He'll be on holiday for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, how nice! Where is he going? What holiday?
I don't know.
Did I missing?
No. It's the rich people have to get away from the poor people holiday. So he and the girlfriend / wife / mistress / whatever are all going to take a trip.
All in one person. That's convenient.
Good. Well, I don't know. It could be several, because I heard a guy say to be happy, you need a woman who's smart, you need a woman who's sexy, you need a woman that's good in bed, and you got to make sure that the three of them never meet. So I'm not sure how that goes. So there you go.
That's the problem with you Americans. You compartmentalize way too much.
Okay. And so listen, we don't need to talk about your compound. Anyway, so what do you have for us today with all your books?
For us today, to continue with the beginning of the year. So for all of you who did not listen to me last week, it was the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah.
It was.
Hashanah and then Kippur. So yeah, it was like a 2-week affair.
Yeah. So I had a 2-week affair once. She was lovely. I'll never forget it. It was a summer of 42. It was Jennifer O'Neill. No,
I keep throwing you bones. What is?
I have a bone. Yes, thank you.
And cordial. Somebody told that about me the other day, and I'm passing that on to you, Mister.
Thank you very little.
All right, so I did find this book, or maybe somebody gave me this book. I think I already mentioned it on the show. Steal Like an Artist.
You've read from that book.
Yeah, so I've read from that, and then he did a second one that is called "Keep Going."
Okay.
Going 10 ways to stay creative in good times and bad.
Nice.
And it's a little bit of a it's a lot of common sense, but I was just going through the pages today, and I would
Looking
like
at
to
the
talk a little
pictures.
bit about
Sure.
chapter 2,
Okay.
which is build. It's called Build a Bliss Station.
All right.
And so what he means by that, I mean, first of all, Still Like an Artist, the first book, it's basically you cannot do anything new under the sun. You know, whatever we
Okay.
have, you take, you move, you recreate, you put it under different light and perspective. And that's how you become, your own artist and have your own touch about things. But there are a lot of motions that go with it, and this is one of them. Building
Okay.
build a bliss station. And I think, yes, finding the new year, this is something that I think everybody should do consciously at least once a week. Disconnect from the world to connect with yourself. I mean, if you don't do it every day, you should at least do it
Right.
once. This is a quote from Tim Kreider, which I have no idea who he is. That is for you to do your.
Oh, Timmy. Oh, little Timmy. He fell down the well. Lassie used to go, they used to go, where's Timmy, Lassie? And Lassie would go, woo, woo, woo. And then they would go to the well and there'd be Timmy. That's Timmy.
So that's Timmy. So he learned how to
Yes.
speak and write. Okay, let's see what he has to say. It is hard to find anything to say. Oh no,
I
actually
know.
no, I don't like that one. Okay, forget it.
No,
I don't
because
like
it's
that.
hard.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Timmy. Woof woof to you. All right. Creativity is about connection. You must be connected to others in order to be inspired and share your own work. But it is also about disconnection. You must retreat from the world long enough to think, practice your art, and bring forth something worth sharing with others. You must play a little hide and seek in order to produce something worth being found. I heard you.
Okay.
Silence and solitude are crucial. Our modern world of push notifications, 24/7 news cycle, and constant contact is almost completely inhospitable to the kind of retreat artists must make in order to focus
Fucking.
deeply
Yeah, sure.
on their work.
Wow.
You're rubbing up on me. Stop it.
For the artist to fucking. So.
In The Power of the Myth, Joseph Campbell said everyone should build a bliss station. You quote, you must have a room or a certain hour or so a day where you don't know what was in the newspaper that morning, you don't know who your friends are, you don't know what you owe anybody, you don't know anybody what anybody owes to you. This is where you can simply experience and bring forth what you are and what you might be. This is the place of creative incubation. At first, you may find that nothing happens there, but if you have a sacred place and you use it, something eventually will happen. Note, and well, this I guess is for the people of today. Note that Campbell says you must have a room or a certain hour. A bliss station cannot be just a where, but also a when. So, not just a sacred space, but also a sacred time. The deluxe package would include both a special room and a special hour that you enter it, but I think one can make up for a lack of the other. Because I guess, yeah, everybody's busy with running things around. Like children, there you go. For example, say you have a tiny apartment you share with small children.
Get rid of the
There's
kids.
no room for your bliss. I'm sorry.
I said get rid of the kids.
Yeah, get them out. But yeah, there's no room for your bliss station. There's only time. So when the kids are away asleep or at school, the kitchen table can become a bliss station. Or say your schedule is totally unpredictable. So then a certain time of the day can be relied upon. So it's whenever you have the moment. Seize it. La 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 la. Okay, that's Thomas Merton as well. I do not know who that is. The greatest need of our time is to clean out the enormous mass of mental and emotional rubbish that clutters our minds and makes of all political and social life a mass illness. Love him. Without this house cleaning, we cannot begin to see. And unless we see, we cannot think. And then I'm gonna end with a actually I like what's about. You can't be woke without waking to the news. Oh, it's very, very sweet. Everybody gets so much information all day long that they lose their common sense. Okay, so Gertrude Stein said that a very long time ago. So apparently it's been a growing problem for everybody.
I'm growing as we talk. So there you go.
Oh wait, no, actually, I'm gonna finish with this image because I
Okay.
think
Oh,
it's
there's an
very
image.
beautiful.
Ooh,
I'm
all
gonna show you
right.
the image, and it's written on it: cover the eye to hear, and cover the ear to
To
see.
see. Yep. Very pretty.
Right?
Very nice.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna practice that today. I think I do naturally, but I'm gonna bring my consciousness into it. But yes,
Yep.
for everybody who needs a little bit, it's like having your own assistant, your little
The Bliss station.
your pep squad. You just
Yep.
open a page. If that page doesn't work, keep opening another one. There's always something that resonates, at least
Yeah.
with me, every time I open it. A little bit, something that I need to be reminded of. While making the page.
You gotta stop and smell the roses, Noosh. That's what you
You
have to do.
have. I know. Well, there's no more roses now, but yes, you do.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
well,
That's the saying. You stop and smell the daisies, the roses, whatever you want to do. That's like the Bliss station.
exactly.
So like my special hour is my scotch and cigar reading a book. That's my
Mm.
special hour every day. And I just chill out and it's cool.
Oh, you
That's
do
my
it
Bliss
every day?
station. Every day. Well,
That's
I scotch and cigars every 20 minutes. But where I take an hour where I don't have my phone or anything, I
mm.
disconnect from the world and I just go outside and I just sit there and sometimes I just do nothing and sometimes I read a book and sometimes I just, shoot little kids with BB guns. It just depends on my mood.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, oh, I'm kidding. I shoot bigger things than that. So with a slingshot. So I
fully
give
consensual adults.
here's what's really cool. On Halloween when the kids trick or treat, I give them sweatshirts with bullseyes. So I have something to aim at the rest of the year.
Ooh,
So yeah, so
that's a good
you
one.
got to think ahead when you're going to do this stuff. Um,
Oh my God,
but
that's a good idea. Can you do that with kids? Like a paintball machine and put a bullseye on their back? Or is it too
that's
mean?
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
good with
God.
that.
Is that the day where I'm gonna get a bunch of comments, all the mothers? That was
Yes, I'm
so
sure.
shocking. No, I wouldn't do
So
that.
this isn't a child show. Well, it could be a child show because, we're children, but yes. But no, I think you're right. You have to
Special
take
person.
time for yourself. I like to take time for myself. I'm being serious. And my thing. My hour with my cigar, my scotch, sometimes 2 hours. And I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah. If you don't, then the world's just too noisy. I don't need I know some people I put my phone at night when I charge it away from me. I
Mm,
don't care. When I go to bed, I go to bed.
mm.
When I go do this, I mean, that's it. We were at dinner. My phone is with me just in case there's an emergency, but turned upside down so I don't
I
see
know.
anything. And then when we leave dinner, I may look at it to see if I missed anything, and then that's it. But you got to take time and just stop.
Yeah, see, this is probably why this chapter resonated with me because I have not been doing that for not consistently. So
Mm.
so yes, pointing all the fingers at me right now. Boop, 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 boop,
Well,
connecting dots.
we
Oh.
always do. We always like to point. You know what book? I see the plants are molesting you. At some point, we got to find the Book of Colors because that was always a fun book.
I think I'm just gonna. I cleaned the whole place a
I'm
few days.
telling you, you left it at what's his face's house, the guy
That's
who lives
how
on the little
he
island.
hasn't. He didn't find it, and I know that the boys. I mean, I was there to break fast. Like they didn't find it.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
back.
he's been on and off. He was out for. He travels around the United States to show his rugs across America and maybe the world. I don't
Oh,
even know, but
very nice.
it's the season. It's the season to show what's new. But no, you know what? It's true. I'm gonna. Actually, I could have bought it yesterday. Oh, so there's something magical happened yesterday.
Yes,
I did not have the car, and I just started being part of a choir. So now
really.
choir practice
Oh
every
my God.
Thursday night, and it's all
Okay.
I mean, they're beautiful, beautiful songs. We're about, I think, maybe 40 people. But see, my mentor Adam could only drop me there at 5, but my practice
Ooh.
started at 6, and I thought that the library was closing at 5, so I had a whole hour. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself and all my stuff, but the library was open, and then
Ooh.
while I'm trying to find a book, the lady's arranging all the seats in a circle around the big chair, and I asked her, well, what's happening? There
Yeah.
was a poetry reading, and actually,
Oh,
if you would like, where's my
I
phone?
would love it.
I would
But
love.
I know a poem. Roses are red and violets are
Violets are
blue,
blue.
and
And
I
then
have a
what
clock
happens
like a
at the end?
B-52. I'm sorry, what? So,
152. All right. So I wrote it in French. So I'm going to
okay,
give it to you in French, and then I will translate it in English. All
okay.
right? Okay. Mon âme pleure sous les saveurs de ton cœur. Mon âme, l'âme sous les fleurs cueille ta chaleur et pense ma douleur. Sans savoir où trouver les reflets des miroirs, je m'assois sur les braises d'un échappatoire, où je cherche tant dans le noir ton doux regard sous tes pleurs. Je te vois danser dans les flammes et lueurs, ciels étoilés, scintillant leur rancœur de ne pas pouvoir battre la cadence entière de nos mœurs. Si seulement je savais comment pouvoir garder l'étincelle brûlante que Dieu nous a donnée, si d'un battement d'ailes nous pourrions s'envoler, si d'un clin d'œil auquel nos yeux sauront garder toutes les couleurs des pinceaux sur mon dos esquissé. Comment glisser les mots de tes yeux pardonnés? Comment courir sans t'avoir à mes côtés, à mes pas, chaque jour, chaque seconde de l'année?
Ooh,
Gives me,
excuse me.
gives me shivers.
I
All right.
have shivers. Just I don't even know what you said, but just because it's in French, I'm like, ooh, baby,
Sure.
yeah, I
Well,
like
it's
it. Ooh la la.
more daunting than an ooh la la. I mean, it's definitely ooh la la, but a different kind of ooh la la. All right.
Okay.
My soul cries under the flavors of your heart.
Oh,
My soul, blade under the flowers, gathers your warmth and heals my pains. Without knowing where to find the reflections of our mirrors, I sit on the embers of an escape, where I search so much in the darkness for your sweet look under your tears. I see you dancing in the flames and lights, starry skies sparkling all of their resentment at not being able to beat the entire cadence of our amours. If only I knew how to keep the burning spark that God gave us. If with a flap of our wings we could fly away. If with a wink that our eyes will know how to keep all the colors of brush strokes on the back you sketched. How to slip the words from your forgiven eyes. How to run without having you at my feet, in my footsteps, every day, every second of the year.
wow, that is powerful, my dear. I won't even make a joke. That is a beautiful. Kudos to you. Did you write that?
Yeah,
That is very beautiful.
thank
That's a world exclusive. This I called it. I just so you know, I've named your poem My Soul.
my
There you go.
soul. Well, yeah,
There you
that's
go.
how my soul felt that time. And you know, so there was one of the. Let me see. Oh yeah, I have it. I'm gonna read you the guy who read right
Okay.
after me.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Noosh's chair. No. So,
But so yeah, the guy who read right after me, like I think I kind of like inspired him because
okay.
when he read that, I thought that I mean it's called Celine, but it sounded like he wrote about me.
Okay.
She softly walks on late September hills, casts glances into sylvan dells, and over star-struck lovers spills her midnight bliss with which each heartstring chimes, like mid-May morning's wedding bells, that with conjoined souls beats in time, before ascending without flaw or fault to their pierce heaven's vault, and cast her sweet supernal spells on one small planet she was made to bless, and share in solitude and loneliness. Is that beautiful?
Wow, that's very beautiful. Wow.
So yeah, and
See,
they
and I can't even say anything disgusting because they're so nice. I hate that. So
good. Okay, well that's what we're gonna be doing now. I'm gonna be reading an amazing poem that's just gonna make your soul swoon and keep your pickle in check. Haha.
oh, my pickle will never be in check though.
Well, at
That's
least
why
you
I have
see
a
it
pickle.
in location all the time, so that's good.
There you go.
It's
I know where it is at 24/7.
not a
So
wandering Jew. Exactly.
that's right. He's not a wandering Jew. I know where he is. So,
Speaking of
cool.
wandering Jews, they're a beautiful plant for anybody out there who wants a plant that just propagates. I think that's the right word.
Sure.
You can take, first of all, for them to die, it's very hard. It's almost
It's just
impossible.
like killing a Jew. Very hard.
There you go. Exactly. It's very, yeah. Well, let's not go there. But
It's in the 40s. We're good. So,
okay. But yeah, you can either take a little cutting or just like get,
oh, the moil.
and it will grow and overflow. It's just like such a beautiful, and it has those little hues and little light when it's green and a little aubergine, but like a
Yeah.
light aubergine, but it has like all those little hairs on top. So when the sun hits it, it gives it like a little, literally a silver lining.
Oh, very nice.
So,
And if
and
you need a little Jew in your life and you don't want to marry one, get a wandering Jew. There you go.
well, a wandering Jew will always stay in his pot. So that's pretty.
Or her pot.
Or well, yeah, I never thought of my wandering Jew as a her.
Yeah. Well, because most of the Jews that wander are guys, I think.
I think so. We like to
Yeah.
nest, women.
Yeah.
Don't
Jewish women, do you like to nag and pick and nest? And
I
it's the whole
said
thing.
nest, not
Yeah.
nest.
Nest. I'm sorry. Well, here's what, do you know why Jewish grandmothers love 60 Minutes?
60?
60, you know the show 60 Minutes on television?
No.
It's a news show. In the beginning of the show, they have a stopwatch. And do you know why Jewish grandmothers like 60 Minutes?
No.
Because the stopwatch goes.
I'm not getting it. Is it
I
supposed
know
to
you don't.
be a dirty joke?
Yeah, no, you're blonde. I understand. Here's another Jewish joke for you since we're on our people. Do you know there's a radio station here in Austin? It's 2000 on your radio dial, but for you, 1999. Anyway.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
To all the lawnsmen out there, I apologize, but she did bring up wandering Jew, so I got to get all my Jewish jokes because if I don't,
Blondering Jew. Well, I'm definitely a blondering Jew this morning.
there you go.
Let me see. So I want to pick something else. Oh, should we do shining the light? No.
Did you hear about the two rabbis walking down the street?
Oh my God. Is there a
So this
Christian?
the one rabbi says to the other, he says, "You see those two women?" The guy goes, "Yeah," because one's my wife, one's my mistress. The rabbi looks at him and goes, "Me too."
Isn't that sweet? You see, we do share. We share.
We're sharing people. You hear about the sadists and masochists?
The who?
The sadists and the masochists.
I mean, I know those people. They go hand in
Right. So
hand.
the masoch, they're walking down the street, and the masochist says to the sadist, he goes, "I want you to beat me right now." And the sadist goes, "Yeah, maybe later."
Nice. I'm gonna keep that one.
Okay, get out of that one. You go back and watch it.
No, but speaking about like the way that the Jews share. So there is this young man at my choir, and he has this beautiful mane, salt and pepper. I mean, I think he's much younger than me, and I called him Misty Ocean right away. I give him a nickname. Like I literally like when I started touching his hair.
All right.
So and then I asked him to give me a nickname, and he calls me Nunu. Like he came up with Nunu, which I think is very sweet. But so, and I told him about my gallery that I have here. The practice is 15 minutes in a town next door, 15 minutes away from the gallery. And I saw him at the synagogue for the Day of Atonement last week.
Oh, very nice.
He did not recognize me, but he was there with his wife and child. They just stayed out because the child was very agitated or too excited. I don't know, one of those. But then my landlady and florist next door, Laura, sent me a message that a young man left a package of vegetables for me.
Oh, what kind of vegetables? You know what I'm saying?
But I was like, well, like I just met him a week ago, and there it was, like a whole bag of freshly picked vegetables with a little note for Nunu. Then everything written in French, almost, I think, because I told him that I was speaking French, and wishing me, like a happy harvest. Isn't that
nice?
So sweet, so sweet.
This is what happens when you live with
Jews. We do that. We share a lot.
That's nice that you live in a little town of 7 people where you guys, do that. It's very cute. I like that. That's very sweet.
It is the best.
And you're going to see him this week for choir practice.
I mean, no, that was yesterday.
And you'll see him next week.
There's nothing more beautiful. Yeah, I brought him a little care package myself with chocolate and Concord grapes.
Nice.
If you really like. But yeah, no, there's nothing. I had the choice between singing at a bar with, kind of very good professional, very good musicians. But, at the bar with weed and alcohol.
Yeah.
Singing in a choir. Like angels with 4 voices. And you know what? I'm so glad
Next time you're at the choir practice, say, we would love to have a live choir practice on Two Old Farts Making Noises. We would love to have you do a live choir practice with us, watching, the whole world watching.
Oh my God, I'd love that. I'd love that. Well, how
Make it
about
happen.
I mean, it's the second time we meet. So how about we wait a little bit so that we get like, really, really good. And
Oh
then
no, I want you when you're crappy, because then people will appreciate you when you're good. When they're ready, we want to do a lot. Whether they want to come on your show this early, I don't know if they want to do that, or they want to do a live choir practice. That would be awesome. We can do a half hour. They can sing songs, and that would be beautiful.
I'm gonna ask her. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It really makes your soul swoon.
It'll be a Noosh's Bits exclusive world premiere special live event.
I like it.
There you go.
Well, we did one live event. We did it for Bandicoot. I mean, it wasn't for Noosh Bits, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Bandicoot did a good. They did good, but we can do a lot. But the nice thing with the live choir is people will come back and, watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. Bandicoot was just for a business, so people are like, yeah, okay, whatever. But a choir, people will come back and watch many, many times.
So, and so we're going to be performing January 14th at the Skidmore College in Saratoga Springs.
I'm sorry, the Skidmore, Skid Row.
I know. I don't know why it's not a nice name, but apparently it's a very big college, and it's
all 12 students. Sure.
Yeah, they should pick.
If maybe they'll let us record live there.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be awesome.
We're gonna be like all wearing like black dresses and very proper.
Well, I'm gonna wear a black dress that day too. Then.
Can you guess which type of voice I am? So there's soprano, the highest. Then there's alto. Then there's tenor and bass.
Either alto or tenor.
Tenor.
Yeah.
I'm the only woman with the boys. I like it.
All right. I was going to be, I wanted to be a soprano, but nobody would grab me tight enough for me to go, hello. So then I was a bass. So, yeah.
Oh, no, we have one guy that has an amazing bass voice. Like he just sounds, just like the instrument, actually.
Wow.
So beautiful. People
That's
with
very
voices.
cool.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of artists here. We have a lot of artists here. Like the more, that actually the person who wrote Where the Wild Things Are wrote here.
Really?
George Forrest lived here. I mean,
Does he live in the forest?
On a beautiful property. I mean, like they sold it. I mean, I don't think he's even alive anymore, but
okay.
But it's beautiful. Yeah, a very beautiful property to somebody who
nice.
it or something. But no, we have some magical people that went through those woods.
I know to say you went through the woods, so there's magical people. Yes, one day I'm gonna come and visit, and I'm just gonna.
Please, that'll be so nice.
We could do, your whole town will be like, he's coming. We have to close up the town, so we'll like move. Everybody shut the door, hide the kids, everything.
No, we'll make sure we open it down. Actually, so I sent a few people yesterday because I couldn't make it because of my choir practice. But today is the harvest moon, but it's overcast. So all the people that I told that today is it's the last supermoon of the year, which means closest to the planet. But we have a sculpture park here that has the sculpture park goes like all the way up on a hill. And actually, I'll show you a picture. But so yeah, I sent a bunch of people there last night and asked that they keep the gate open, so they could go see the moon.
And then they murdered them all.
Mountains. No, here, so this is the view. This is the one of the.
Oh, look at that! That's gorgeous.
Over there.
Pretty.
And there you go. So they
very pretty.
See the moon. Well, again,
very pretty.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, everybody saw the moonrise, but me. But that's okay. I needed to sing the words of God.
Oh yeah. Which God? Because there's so many. If you go back to Mesopotamia, there's gods with an S, and then the Catholics screwed it up in 1000 CE with one God, and then before that there were many gods. It's a whole thing, so you gotta be really careful.
I want to read you the last thing that we sang last night, and the thing is, like, that song, it's just so elevated. It doesn't really. It's not a God. It's just it's just something bigger and sweeter than you.
Oh, thank you. I am bigger and sweeter.
Sweeter than you sick puppy.
Thank you very little. So Listen, do people watch the show just for you? I have to just do the commentary and banter just to get them riled up.
To get them what? Get them content.
I like when I do the banter with you because then we get comments like "Stop picking on poor Noosh," and I'm like, "No."
Oh,
So it's
that's
it's
it's
the
passion. Interesting.
that's it. That's the comments. They all say, "Don't pick on her. She's such a sweet girl." And I'm like, "You don't know her."
Oh,
And
there you
then so
go.
you
Okay.
ready?
So the name of the song is "Where the Light Begins"
Okay,
by Jan Richardson, and the music is by
sure.
Susan Labar. Late, 1981. So it's not that old. But here are the lyrics.
Okay.
Perhaps it does not begin. Perhaps it is always. Perhaps it takes a lifetime to open our eyes, to learn to see what has forever shimmered in front of us. The luminous line of the map in the dark, the vigil flame in the house of the heart, the love so searing we cannot keep from singing, from crying out in testimony and praise. Perhaps this day will be the mountain over which the dawn breaks. Perhaps we'll turn our face toward it, toward what has been always. Perhaps our eyes will finally open in ancient recognition, willingly dazzled, illuminated at last. Perhaps this day the light begins in us. So see, it's not for
Wow,
not for
that's beautiful.
it's not for a god, it's
Yeah.
just I have like
Well,
I was just reading it because and when you have four voices singing this, it's just like, oh, you just want to melt away and like, yeah, the light begins right now. Let the light is shining.
can
Let's
I
make
tell you,
it
the
day.
light when I walk into a room, when I flick the switch, it begins right then. Yeah, I agree. So,
You're such an ass.
I know. So, and it's true because people, how I know I'm an ass because when people see me, they go, "You're an ass, man." So I understand that. Yeah. So there you go.
See? There you go. Keep milking that one.
I'm going to. I listen. I got a million of them. I can milk them all, baby. So,
Oh, of course. There
aw,
you go again. Me indulging you. Oh,
yes, that's why we'll try to get one of the girls on next Friday for you. So it'll be you,
interesting.
two girls, and me, since David will be on his holiday with the rich people. So
With the rich people.
yeah.
Oh, well, we need a few, not too many. I
Well,
definitely plan to be a rich person so I can give back as much as the community needs. I have
you
so many
know,
plans for here. I'm so
we
excited.
we do that. We give back because we have because we're as everybody knows we're billionaires, so we have to give back. It's a law, and I have a halfway house for girls that don't go all the way, and I think that's a really good charity I have. So if
You,
you're a girl, feel
you,
free to write us here, and we'll
you
take
are
care of you.
terrible. I'm breaking your neck.
I know, right? So I've been saying that for a long time, but that's true. Yeah, it's a nice charity. We've had it for about 20 years, and it touches me here in my heart. So yeah, and other places. Anyway, but it's a good charity. It's good to give back to the
My
community.
God, David, where are you when I need you? Yeah, he has
uh,
drilling in his house, right? He has
yes, David's next. David is getting apparently a new wing built, so they were doing construction and
interesting.
sanding. So yeah, so that's why he couldn't do the show today because he couldn't stop the workmen, or as he likes to call them, the commoners. Stopped for an hour break for him to do his show. So he'll be back in 2 weeks because now he's leaving his lovely girlfriend, future wife, lover,
I miss you.
and the lady who changes his diapers, Annette, and they are going to take a weeks long trip, I think, and they're going to all where the poor people are and crush their hopes. And then they're going to go to like a rich place, like,
What is wrong with
Monte
you?
Carlo. They're going to go to Monte Carlo or Saint Tropez and hang out with their own kind. So, yes, it's going to be a very exciting week for him.
Where would you go on vacation? Like if you, well, like where would you like to go? Like right now, if you
Go
would
on a
have,
holiday. If I can go anywhere on the planet to go on holiday,
yeah.
hmm, it depends what I want to do. Like going on a,
Well, think
right.
about
So, like if someone said we're going to get on a plane, where do you want to go on holiday? I'd probably go to Thailand.
to Thailand. Why?
Beautiful people, great food, and very chill.
Mm.
If I want to go for an experience, I would probably go to Cuba because I can go watch them make cigars.
Hmm.
Or I would go to Scotland and go to either, I'd go to Ireland for whatchamacallit, these guys, Tullamore, or I'd go to Scotland and go watch how McAllen and just go to their plants and enjoy it. Or if I want to go play golf, then that would be tough because there's so many beautiful golf courses around the world. So yeah, it really just depends on what I'm like. I have to in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in LA, and a couple of weeks after that, I have to be in Dubai.
Mm,
Um, and those are fun to look at, and it's all good like a Vegas. Like oh yeah, but not a place I go to relax. Like it's just boom, 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 boom. So when I go on a holiday, I want to either go sightseeing and immerse myself in culture, or I want to go do something specific.
mm,
So that's why like I go to like going to Europe is great because of all the history.
mm.
But it just depends if I'm in the mood to do that or if I want to do something, else.
I don't know how I feel about Dubai. I'm not. It's like Las Vegas. I don't really want to go.
Can I tell you this? I've been to both. You got to go once just to experience it,
Mm,
and then you're done. Like I've like F1, like I like go to the F1 races. So I've
yeah,
been to several. So it's like, where would I travel? Like my wife said to me the other day, she goes, like next year for blah, blah, where do you want to go? I go, let's go to Singapore for the F1.
mm,
So it's like, oh, okay. And she's like, that's the holiday. I'm like, yeah, I want to go, or let's go to Bahrain or Dubai. I mean, so it just depends what my mood is and what I want to do
mm.
that kind of determines my mind on a holiday. Like I'm just as good at jumping in an airplane and we can go to Orlando and go to like Disney World and Universal if I'm in that kind of like, yeah, it'll be fun. Let's just be goofy kids for a while
But
or go somewhere else.
what do people do in Dubai? What is there to do? Is just to see that opulent craziness that they built?
Yeah, what else do you do in Dubai? So that's it. You go hang out. You go hang out and do stuff. Dubai's like a Vegas. It's just
Yeah, but you see,
Vegas.
I don't like Vegas. Like I wouldn't want. Like I have so
So
much.
here for me, Vegas is good because I can go to Vegas and I stay where I stay. The food is phenomenal. I go
Mm,
see some shows and I'm a happy guy. Once in a while, maybe I'll gamble, but I don't go for the gambling. There's a certain cigar bar I like there, and
mm,
everyone's chill. And there's restaurants I like, and I get great food. And
mm.
I like it. And I can go see, like in 3 days, I can go see 3 shows. It's like going to New York and going to Broadway every night, right? It's the same thing, but these are different. These are full fledged, like almost like a concert show, right? So I've seen hundreds of shows like Celine Dion, who I didn't like, and I saw her show, fell in
You
love with
saw
her.
Celine? Wow. What?
I was with a friend. I was with a friend of mine who's a whale, and they said, "What show do you want to see?" And I said, "What shows are available?" And they said Celine Dion. We both rolled our eyes, and our butler, I hate to, said to us, "Have you? If you've never seen her, you'll love it." And we're like, "Fine." And we went, and we loved it. And I was
Good.
shocked. I was like, "Oh my god!" But I've seen everybody from Siegfried and Roy to Rich Little, Sammy Davis Jr., Rodney Dangerfield, the Blue Man Group, Celine Dion. I've seen, I think, every Circus Olay there. And the list just goes on and on and on and on. And I go for the show because it's just cool. But see, I miss old Vegas. I miss the booths where you would sit there and you'd have your cocktail and you'd sit with your cigar and enjoy the show.
Mm.
Vegas today is like going to the movies or going to Broadway, and people don't dress. They're in short. I still wear like at
Oh
least a
no.
jacket, and Broadway too. I still dress. I'm just to me going to a theater, not a movie, going to a theater to see a show, a
Mm.
live performance. You have to wear pants and you have to wear a jacket if you're a man. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
I
That's it.
agree.
And I don't understand why they don't. Like
So
when we went to
crazy.
Broadway, at Broadway, people are in shorts. And I'm like, how are
No,
you in
no, that's
shorts?
terrible. I remember the first time we went to see. That was 16 years ago, and our friend of the family, he was very sweet. I mean, we went to Barney's together, and he got me this beautiful dress because it was my
Right?
first time at Lincoln Center for the opening
Nice.
Nutcracker, and I got this beautiful, like corset, puffy, like
Yep.
Prada, beautiful gown, and my
That's
little
what I wore. So,
and everybody looked at me. I was like an
yeah.
alien.
Yeah.
They were in jeans. Oh,
Yeah. Now, see, there's something
totally depressed.
when I go to when we go to the movies, like to go see a 2, 4, 6, 8 or 10 show. I don't care if you're wearing shorts. I don't care if you go naked, bathrobe. I don't care.
Mhm.
But if I'm going to go to Broadway or a show in Vegas or a show anywhere,
Mm.
Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, whatever,
Yeah.
opening night is definitely tuxedo. You
Mm.
don't have to wear the bow tie, but you got to look like a penguin.
Yes.
And when I lived in Palm Beach, we would go to the opening season of the ballet or the opening season of this, and every opening night we all will look like penguins, and I was good with that.
Oh,
And that to me, old school and some things is still this modern wear a hoodie. This is bullshit. There's got to be some respect
To the
still
arts, it's
to the
respect
art
the
and what it
art.
is. And the problem is that people don't respect that. They don't respect themselves. And to me, it's like it's a
I
lost
think
thing.
maybe it's a mixture. I think they think it's being pretentious. You know, they're missing
I'm
the
okay with,
point.
you know what? I'm okay with that. For the money I just spent on those friggin' tickets, you're lucky I'm not wearing a solid gold suit. So you know what I mean? I mean, but you
Yeah.
have to go, and it's just sort of. I like dressing up. Now, when I'm running around town, I look like a bum. But when
Mm.
we go to a nice restaurant, I like, as my wife says, she goes, "Oh, you look so much different with clothes on, right?" Because all of a sudden it's like I'm in trousers, I'm in a shirt, I'm in a blazer, I'm in a suit. I dress up for the event.
Mhm.
But if I'm just running around or doing something, or if it's going to be like we went for Indian food last night, yeah, I pretty much wore my big dog T-shirt and a pair of shorts, and that's how everybody's dressed. It's a nice restaurant, but it's not a nice restaurant where I'm going to dress. There's restaurants that we go to where I dress like I'm going to a world premiere, and to me that's very important. And I think that's a lost art. People don't do that anymore. They don't dress.
That's true. And you know what? I started literally 2 months ago because I had my feng shui attack where I went through all my clothes and all my
Right?
stuff, and all my rooms and everything. And I just realized I have like so many beautiful, amazing pieces. And now that I live in the woods and not in the city, there's no art nights or opening nights or anything. So I dress up. I mean, not as if I was going to a Met Gala, but I
Right?
definitely dress up every day now. I do
Yeah.
just a little bit every day.
You got to, right? It's how you feel. Like after your show, I've got conference calls all day. Some are videos, some aren't. I'm good the way I look. Like I don't have to look pretty. But
Mm,
if I have to go to a business meeting, I have to put real clothes on and I have
mm,
to go dress up. So I have my going out clothing and
mm.
I have my business suits. And
Yeah.
then and you have to dress up, and there's just something about it. And even when I go out, I wear a watch all the time,
Mm,
not an iPhone watch, a real watch that
yeah.
has a little hand that goes tick 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 tick, a real
Six-
watch.
What kind
I
of watch
wear
do you have? Can I
I
ask?
have I have 3 or 4 different kinds, so they're all behind me. Do you need to see? If you like, I will show them to you, but if
I
not, I
would
wear
love
real
to.
watches.
I
All right.
love watches. I was looking at watches for a friend of mine,
All right,
and
here, I'm gonna show you. I'll show you
like
all 4 of the watches that are these are my favorite watches, and
ah, watches.
we'll what you huh? All right. Oh, so this watch, I live
Does
this
one
in a
starts
single.
with a J?
There you go. This watch.
Ooh. Oh wow! Is that a blue planet?
It's a blue planet, yes. So
That is
that's that
such
watch.
a
Hold
cool
on,
watch.
and
What is
I'll
it?
show you.
Who
It's a
makes it?
watch. It's all I can't remember the name. Anyway, so that's that watch. So I'll send it to you later. We don't need to publicize who it is.
Okay, okay. We don't need
Um,
to publicize. Just show me.
and then we have this one.
Okay,
That's a
nice.
Rolex. David hates Rolexes, so of course that's why Cheryl got that for me.
Well,
I've
you're
got this
Jewish,
one.
so.
This is made in France. This is very nice. And in the back, it's got a
Ooh.
little car in the back.
Oh, that's
So it's
so
very
cute.
cool. And this one is one of my favorite watches, just because it's big and ornery like me. There you go.
Hmm. Oh, that's cool. Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice.
Those are my go-to watches. And then I have others, but yeah, I like my watches.
Nice. No, I like watches too, but they stop on me. But I think for my 40th, I want to get do you know the Frank Mullers? Sorry,
Yes.
I'm gonna say that name again. Frank Muller. So they do
Yes.
one that's called Le Tourbillon,
Yep.
and then all the time, like every hour is not the right hour. So it's 8, 11, 2,
Yep.
4, so it's perfect for me.
Yep. No, no. So I love watches. So yeah, so I enjoy it, but I wear a watch. Like I'm not now, but even if I go out right now, if I have to go to the supermarket, I will
Mm,
put a watch on.
mm.
I go out all the time with a watch. Walking the dog, no. But if I'm walking the dog and then leaving after, yes, I'll wear a watch. And just to me, I've been wearing a watch since I'm like 5. And to me, wearing a
Oh,
watch is
it can be your anchor to the world outside, or your security blanket, even cuter. Ah,
actually no. You know what it is to me? It completes what you're wearing.
it completes what you are. It's like a
The blue
personal.
one with the car in the background is a sports watch. I wear that when I'm in a pair of shorts or whatever. The black and gold watch I wear when I'm like between casual and almost going formal.
Mhm,
The one with the globe one, I
mm.
wear that one when I'm dressing up to the nines. And
That's
then
that's a really
this
cool watch.
yeah, and the silver one and the white and gold silver one, I wear that. That's another sports watch.
Mm,
So those are like okay, very nice. And
nice.
that's it. I
What
just like my watches.
what's gonna be the next one?
I don't know, there's one I'm eyeing. and we're
Mm,
negotiating. I'm negotiating with them now to see if I can get it. So we'll see. And then sometimes Cheryl will just say, like she came back from New York and she goes, here's a gift, and I got a watch. So yeah.
oh, which one was that? The one with the planet?
No, the planet one was a gift from her, and
Good woman.
the gold and silver one was a gift from her. Actually, all of them except the black one were gifts from hers. This one was like, this is my sports watch. She bought that for me as a sports thing.
No.
So yeah, and they're not expensive. They're just watches, but if you don't have to spend $1 million on a watch, you just have to get a watch you like.
Exactly. I
And
agree.
that's what people
Some
don't
some
understand.
of them are really expensive.
Yes, some of them cost a few pennies.
Many pennies. You can probably build a castle with that many
Yeah,
pennies.
some of them you can build a castle. But yeah, I just think a watch completes how you look.
More than a car.
Yeah, a car doesn't do anything except get me from A to B. And I say this whether you drive a Honda or you drive a Bugatti or a Ferrari or pick your car. It's
Hmm.
just getting me to A to B. It doesn't complete. It doesn't because I'm not wearing the car. I'm driving the car.
Mm.
And when you wear a watch, that's like my suit. Like
Mm.
that completes the suit. It completes the look. Like French cuffs with my cufflings completes the look.
Oh my god, I miss men with cufflinks.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. My wife laughs at me. So I French cuff it. I wear my watch, and then I put before all that I put on my cologne, so I always smell good. And I
Mm.
go out very old school, very old world. And I remember this lady said to me, this has to be 20 years ago. She walked by me and um, she said, "Oh, you look very attractive." And I said, "Well, thank you." And she said, and then she stopped. She said, and she like an older lady, and she grabbed my arm. I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she said, "And you smell wonderful." I said, "Well, thank you." She says, "Very old world, very old school," and it brought like a big smile to her face. And I said, "Thank you." And it's the same that way. And cigars. When I
Mm.
used to live in New York, a friend had a restaurant on First and like 50th, and we would eat dinner,
Mm.
right? And then we would walk all the way back to like where I lived at
Mm.
like 10 o'clock at night smoking cigars. And all these girls that were sitting outside at the bars and outside eating, they'd all stop us and go, "Oh my God, it reminds me of my dad or my grandfather." And we would just all chuckle. But it's
Oh.
just, I'm very fortunate that I was brought up in the right era in my mind.
Mm.
I got the new era with all the tech and all this crap that we have to do in our real world, but I was brought up very old school. So I like that old school. When it's time to dress, it's
Mm.
time to dress, and you smoke your cigar, you drink your cigar. That's the world. And
And
all this other ridiculous bullshit with the iWatch, they're very nice, but to me, it doesn't complete you. It's like wearing my phone, and I can put my
well,
phone in
it
my ass or my
is like
breast
wearing.
pocket.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
No, it is like wearing your phone.
Yeah,
What's
and
your
I'm not into it.
cologne? I'm curious.
What?
What cologne do you use?
I use
Do you have a
I
few
just
different
re
ones, or you have one scent?
I have one. I used to use different, and I used to get something called More from Japan, and I cannot find it, so I don't use that. So we
Mm.
went to Chanel, and I got their Eau de Toilette Spot, and
Mm.
it smells almost, but not quite like More. More is still my favorite, but this Chanel one is absolutely like wow.
Mm.
So I get a lot of compliments when someone gets close to you or has to, be near you, whether they're male or female. Usually the males that give me compliments are like, "Hi, I'm Bruce." So I'm like, "Hi, Bruce." And
No,
the
but
girls that give me compliments are very nice.
the perfumes are tricky though, because I mean, it has to do a lot with your skin, because
Yes,
depending on the
yes.
scent of your skin, they can turn
Hmm.
either sour or really good or enhance
Yeah.
it. So,
Mine's sweet for some reason. More very sweet, and this one by Chanel is very sweet. And
mm,
my wife was with me when I was buying it, and the girl and my wife were like, they sprayed this part of my arm, and they sprayed this part of my arm, and they sprayed this part of my arm, and it was like I smelled like a French whore, and I was like, "Ooh la la!" And then and then we finally found the one that worked, and I've worn it since we bought it, and it's just like it is one of those things that people just like a little. They walk by and they're like, "Oh." Like a little, very
yeah,
small,
no,
very nice.
it's nice. Well, I
Yeah.
can't wait to smell you now.
Ooh, stop it. Now you're just getting me excited. So, so my dear, what are you going to end your show with today?
Well, how about we read something on how to love from that little.
Oh, I
Uh,
like it. A little how to love. And before we end the show, everybody, just so you know, the merch link will be below. Noosh only has one thing in her merch store. It's
a
sad.
very
But
sexy mug.
Yes, but Noosh will get whatchamacallit. Noosh will get a whatchamacallit. Noosh will get a merch store more up and running. So in November, we will have merch for you, and Noosh will have, if you want, we'll send you. Noosh will have her sexy mug that everybody can see in her store.
Remember the 5th of November.
There we go. And there you go. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And we're going to end it with this beautiful poem. It's called How to Love a Dog If You're a Human. No, I'm just kidding. And then we'll go from there. And then that's it. All right, Noosh, take us away.
You are a flower. Every child is born in the garden of humanity as a flower. Each flower differs from every other flower. There are many messages in our society that tell us, even when we're young people, that there's something wrong with us, and that if we just buy the right product, or look a certain way, or have the right partner, that will fix it. As grown ups, we can remind young people that they're already beautiful as they are, and they don't have to be someone else ever. Be your own flower.
That was beautiful. And I am not going to ruin it with anything dirty or sarcastic.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. Noosh, say goodbye to your fans.
Goodbye, my lovelies. And remember, you're the
Okay, you ruined it for everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
cat.
Love it. All right, kids. We'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Cheers.